just, yeah.
Oh, sorry. They asked if they could get the rest of it by 3:30.
Yeah, I'll get it over.
The rest of the stuff.
Hello, my lovelies. I don't know what happened with the cameras then. They were all over the place, weren't they? Happy Tuesday, my loves. How are you all? Sorry, it was Josh telling me about postage as well. Bless him, he's just run some stuff around to the post office for me. We've managed to get the majority of the orders done. Still got a few to plough through this afternoon, but yeah, we're getting there. Getting there. Thank you so much to everybody who watched on Sunday. It was our first secret sewing club, and despite the technical hitch that Facebook wouldn't let us go live on their page or on the YouTube channel, so we had to do it through Craft Yourself Silly. I think it worked really, really well. We'd love your honest feedback. What worked for you? What didn't work for you? Did you enjoy it? Is there something else you'd like to see? You know, let us know, because we're doing this obviously as suppliers. We're hoping to sell some things, but we're doing this for you guys as well, and trying to get that format right for you. So let's say hello to people. Hi Annie, hi Jean, hi Stephanie. Hello my lovely, how are you? So yeah, it was a brilliant day. It was really, really good fun. We had lots of giggles. I still can't believe that Sasha had all those parcels delivered back to herself. You thought it was great on Sunday. Oh, thanks, Jean. That's kind of you to say. Yeah, it worked really, really well. And it's going to be every Sunday from now on, from 2 till 5. You can dip in and out as you want. We won't be on every Sunday. There's different people next week and the week after, and then we're back on like the 1st of December. So lots of things happening. Lots of different suppliers as well. So like this coming Sunday, you've got Gail from Endless Threads on. You've got Catherine from Rowan Dean. I can't remember who the others are. Hayley will be back as well, and somebody else. But you've got lots of different demonstrators, different suppliers. We're all in one place for you. So there's a couple of things I'd really ask you to do, if you haven't done already, is go onto the YouTube channel, which is the Secret Sewing Club YouTube channel, and subscribe. We have to have 500 subscribers to be able to go live on that one. And I think we're about 300 odd. So if you haven't already, if you could subscribe to that one, that would be great. And obviously you need to subscribe to, you need to like the Facebook page as well. It doesn't cost anything to press the subscribe button. It costs nothing at all to press the the follow button. But then we'll be allowed to broadcast on those ones then, which would be amazing. So hi Lindy Lou, hello my loves. Hi Mandy as well. It's good that they don't stop the demo because product sales are absolutely. I mean, because of TV shopping laws, they have to. They had to on Create and Craft if something's sold out. But because it's us doing it, it's fine. Jean, I know you wanted one of the table runner panels. I have reordered them. I will let you know when they're back in stock. I've got more coming in. Okay. Hi Carol. Hello. So yeah, I will let you know. There was quite a few people that wanted that, and it sold out really quickly. So, which was amazing. We're now putting all the orders together, which is yes, it's a little bit. I was a little overwhelmed this morning because the shop's really busy as well. So, hi Sarah, how are you, love? So what we're going to do today is we're going to do more of a technique than a block. This was something I saw on a Japanese TikTok reel, okay, and it was all in Japanese, so it was a little video, but it looked really cool, and I thought this would be really, it's like a 3D patchwork thing we're going to do today, which I think would work great in borders or on the front of a bag, or maybe on like a cushion or something where you want a little bit of texture. So I'm going to flip over to the overhead. Now I've got 2 overheads now, because I'm fancy like that. I've got like a widescreen and I've got a close-up, okay? So I'm going to go to the widescreen to start with, so I can kind of show you this. So I started off with this one, okay? And it's kind of like, it's upside down, like this kite and it's kind of 3D, okay? These are just my scrappy ones that I was just playing around with to try and get it to work and work out the best of this, because there were no sizings or anything on it on this technique. It was just a how to do it sort of thing but it was all in Japanese. So yeah, so I did that one, and then I went ahead and did a smaller version as well, just to see. But can you, let me just go, actually, the zoom might be better. So they're kind of 3D manipulated. You've got like little pockets in here. They could be kites that way, or I suppose they could be like diamond teardrops, couldn't they, if you put them that way. I think they'd be really interesting because they're textural. In a border, you know, if you imagine this was a border on a quilt, it just gives a bit like prairie points give that little bit of texture. There we go. Oh, hang on, let me just, I've got this comment. Nikki, I appreciate it was the first one, and this is not criticism, merely feedback. Hayley's sound was not as good as everyone else's. It was a lot quieter and sounded a bit tinny, not as easy to listen to as the rest of you. Yeah, she's aware of that, Lovely. She's actually bought a new clip-on mic rather than the in-ear ones, which will give her a better sound and everything. Her trying to get the sound, because she could control the sound levels. So when it was just one of us demonstrating, we were getting a lot of feedback, so she was having to drop her sound. But yes, thank you, that's appreciated. We will have a little look. She's on it. So yeah, so this is I'm going to show you how to do this anyway. We're going to do the bigger version, okay, this one, but then you can play around with the sizing. So I've got 2 squares of fabric, which are 6 inches squares, okay. I'm using the new Luna, okay, which is from Macawa. I think it's on the website. I think I've put it on. It's beautiful. It's sort of golds, and there's moons and moths, and oh, it's just yummy. It's yummy, yummy, yummy. And we're going to make some half square triangles to go first. So right sides together like that, and we're going to draw a line. So usual half square triangle to start with. So I'm going to draw a line down the centre like that, right diagonally, and then I'm going to stitch 1/4 inch either side. Okay, so I think, yeah, I just think this is a more than a block. This is a bit of a technique. Oh, actually, I'm gonna leave that foot on and just do 1/4 inch, because I know that that's 1/4 inch there. Okay, and we're gonna just do 1/4 inch down either side. Do a scant quarter. Okay, where you can. Now it's not my 1/4 inch foot, but I know that where the point on this foot is for my 1/4 inch. There we go. So yeah, so with Sunday, for those of you who've watched, did you like how the format went? You know, did you like the fact that we sort of had a little chat in between, and the fact that we did just like half an hour in each and then went back to the ones that you wanted to see? Did that work for everybody? We're trying to kind of keep it as informal as possible, to be honest. We don't want it to be, you know, really stiff. We want it to feel like we're sat there sewing with you. I'm going to cut up the line now, okay, so that I've got 2 half square triangles. So, and then this is where the folding and the jiggery pokery comes in. So first things first, just iron that out. So you've got a half square triangle. You don't need to square these up or anything, because they don't need to be a set size. So I'm just going to do that and do this like that. There we go. And now we need to fold them, and folding them was the thing you've got to get right. Okay. Hi Carolyn, how are you, love? Quick pop in. You've got Nanny Tuesday again. Trying to have a brew before it goes cold again. It'll tell me about it. On the beginning, I use the needle position to do the 1/4 inch and scan. Yeah, I have been doing that more recently, actually, Jean. It has been more helpful. So pop your half square triangle to make a diamond. Okay, so you've got one colour one side, one colour the other, and then we're going to fold it in half across so that you've got that split colour. Okay, can you see you've got that split colour like that? Line them up and iron really well. Okay, give that a really good press along that seam so that you got what looks like a 1/4 square triangle now. Okay, and then make sure you always fold this the same way. I did make that mistake. Hi Shirley, how are you, lovely? There we go. So I'm always going to fold right over left like that, basically to make a prairie point. That's how you would do a prairie point, isn't it? Except normally a prairie point's not a half square triangle, it's just a square of fabric. but you've got something that looks like a double coloured prairie point now. So we're going to do the same with this one. So we're going to flip that up like that. There we go. Over to the left. It doesn't matter which way round you do it, but if you do them the other way, some one way and some the other, it doesn't work. As I found out when I was playing around with it. Okay, so you would make as many of these as you want, okay, for however long your border is, or however, you know, whatever size cushion and all you want. Make as many prairie points as you want. We'll talk through that in a second. But first things first, I want to just tack this down, okay? So I'm going to stitch literally about 1/8 of an inch just all the way down here, okay, on this long open edge. Okay, ignore the folded bits, long edge only. So, hi Eileen, how are you, lovely? Hi Carol, you're going to catch up later, no problem, hun. Oh, you don't have to worry about being late, honey. Never worry about being late. Here we go. So, I'm just going to put a line of stitching in to hold it all together, like that. But you want it to be within like your 1/4 inch seam allowance, so nice and close to the edge of the fabric. As close as you can get it, really. Okay. And back over to here, like that. Okay, so you've now stitched that down and you've still got like this prairie point look, okay? And then we're literally just going to sandwich this in between your borders. So again, I've just got 2 pieces of fabric here. Now they could be the same colour or they could be different colours, entirely up to you. Or, like I did on this one, they could be the same colours as this, okay? Now, if you want them to be two-toned like this, you need to make sure when you lie the fabric down, when you do this next step, that this one here was face up against the same fabric. All right, if you're going to do different fabrics, it doesn't matter quite so much, but let me show you. You're then going to pop it all facing the left. So I've got one piece, so I'm going to leave myself a little gap about 1 inch at the top, and I'm going to lie that one down, and can you see I've got the opening here? Okay, so I've got the opening face down. You want to make sure that the openings are all the same. I suppose you could, if you did them that way, they would open into, oh, I've just had a thought. Just had a thought about something. Okay, so you want to make sure they're always like the same colour as face up, and you want them to just overlap about, not quite 1/4 inch, just here on this little piece here. So I've got my open edge there, my open edge is down there, and these two are just going to overlap just a teeny tiny bit, about 1/4, just under 1/4 inch. Okay, and then this one's going to go on top, so I'm sandwiching those triangles in between like that, and then I'm going to put some pins in. I'm going to try and pin all this together without anything moving. So I'm going to just put a pin all the way through there and all the way through there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to stitch down this edge to trap those in between, okay? Hi Ali, how are you, lovely? Hi Lynn, you enjoyed it as well on Sunday. Ah, lovely, thank you, darling. Thank you for watching. We had a really good time. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to do slightly more than 1/4 inch on this. I'm actually going to do edge of foot because I think this needs a bit more of a seam allowance to actually trap it in there. When I did 1/4 inch, it just felt a little flimsy. So I've gone up and doing like 3/8 of an inch on this. All the way down, like that. Oh. Is any new people here? Any of you that are watching today new to us? Please do say hello if you are. If you found us on Sunday and now you're watching, that's great. So I've stitched all the way down there. So when I open this up, and you can iron this seam open if you want, but it really doesn't make much difference. But I'm going to just press that now, like that. And this is where the fun happens, okay? You're going to open this out, okay? Like that. I'm going to put your finger into the open bit, and you want to line the seam up here all the way down the centre, like that. Now you've got quite a lot of bulk, so press it well, okay? Best press it, starch it, whatever it is you want to use, press it well and really get it nice and flat, okay? Can you see how that's starting to work now? And then this one, I'm going to open up like that. Now, you don't have to do these with half square triangles. You could just do them with plain squares. And this whole piece would be one colour then, so it would all be like the one colour. But I quite like the two-tone effect. Hi Anna, hello lovely. You really enjoyed Sunday as well. Oh, thank you. Thank you for popping over and watching us do this. We've been doing these for years now, since COVID, and lots welcome to the club. I forgot to do the challenge post. Yes, I did, lovely. I was hoping you'd all forget about that I'd done that. I was going to do it tomorrow night. I was so busy packing orders and trying to get everything done. I suddenly at like 10 to 1 was like, oh, I haven't done the challenge post. I'm going to do it tomorrow night, guys. Okay. Hi, Maria. Hello, lovely. There we go. So I'm really giving that a good press. All right. So we've got that. Look. And now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch down in the ditch all the way down. Now, I would suggest at this point using a coordinating fabric. Okay. A coordinating thread to your fabric, because it doesn't matter how neat you are, sometimes you can see the stitching. So I'm not going to change it now because I don't want to have to try and thread the needle and all again on my machine. So I'm going to just use the colour that I've got on there, but go with a coordinate, or maybe like with this fabric I'd do a gold or something that's going to complement nicely. So over we go, back to the machine. Hi Amanda, hello lovely, you're new as well. Jenny, I know you purchased because I just combined your orders, my lovely. I've just combined your orders and it's gone in the post. Hi. Oh, there's lots of new people joining. How lovely. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you all enjoyed Sunday as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm literally just going to stitch in the ditch all the way down this one and carry on to the other. Okay. So I'm going to stitch down here. So for those of you who are new, just so you know, we go live on a Tuesday at 1 o'clock and Thursday at 1 o'clock, and they are slightly smaller lives. They're about 20-25 minutes, sometimes up to half an hour. And then we also do one on a Wednesday evening, which is always a more slightly involved project, and that's at 7 o'clock. So I'm just following down. I'm just trying to follow that seam as best I can, although that was moving a weeny bit. Just to get that in the ditch all the way down the centre, like that. So normally on a Tuesday it's a block of the week and we do a different patchwork block. Wednesday evenings are all sorts of random different sewing things. We do a full project with a full demo and everything. I'm coming back over here now. And then Thursday, sometimes it can be crochet, sometimes it can be sewing, it can be all sorts of things, love. Okay, so what we've got there now it's really, I'm trying to show you, but it's really, I'm on the, can you see? If I hold this now, I've stitched all the way down there and all the way down there, and that's created these sort of like diamond drops or kites, like 3D kites. And I just think it's a really pretty textural way of adding something a bit different into your borders. We use prairie points a lot and stuff, but it's just a slightly different look to it. I think it would be beautiful like on the front of a bag, or maybe, if you did it again now here, if you added another set in, it'd be really lovely on the front of a cushion. The squares were 6 inches and this is 12 and a half. Let me get rid of that mat a second. 12 and a half, because I was just going with block size just for easiness. But if you did like 18 inches, 18 and a half for a cushion, you'd get 3 in, wouldn't you? And you could have like a row of these really pretty textural ones on a cushion or on the front of a bag. And then you can play around with the sizes. So these ones, they were 3.5 inches. 3.5-inch squares I started with when I was playing around with them, and they give a much smaller but still a little bit of a 3D-ness to them. You know, and again with that one, this is what I was saying about making sure they're the right colour. So if I just iron this quickly, so again we would fold that over just like we did the big ones, and fold over again right to left like that. If you're going to use the same colour as your sort of kite shapes, when you sandwich them up, you need to make sure that when you put them in the seam, the navy and the navy is uppermost, okay? Or the light blue and the light blue, so that when they squish down like that, they're on the opposite sides, okay? Does that make sense? Hopefully. Hi Moira, hello lovely. You're on your retreat. Oh Moira, I hope you're having a lovely, lovely time, honey. Lovely time. So yeah, play around with your sizings. This could be a really interesting like narrow border, like a stop border in a quilt. I think that would look lovely. You know, if you imagine that as like a stop border, you know, after you've done all your beautiful like, you know, patchwork blocks, put a really nice interesting border in before you put a, you know, a wider border on, and it just gives it a little bit of something else. So it's something a bit different. Let me come back here. Hi. Something a little bit different today, because like I said, normally we'd do a proper block on a Tuesday, but I saw that technique and I thought, that's got potential. We could play around with that. So it looks effective. Oh, thank you, lovely. Yeah, it is. It's a really, I mean, we use prairie points a lot in quilting. Why not just squish those prairie points? Sorry, I'm just going to quickly go back through some of the comments. You had visitors over, so you missed Sunday. Oh, Kate, sorry, lovely. You can watch it on the catch up though. It's on the YouTube channel. The whole thing is already on there. We've posted the video, and it's on the Facebook page as well. So it's been posted on there. So you can the Secret Sewing Club Facebook page or the Secret Sewing Club YouTube channel. Please do subscribe to that YouTube channel if you haven't. Even if you're always intending to watch on Facebook and you don't usually use YouTube, if you could just subscribe to it, it would massively help us get it online. That would be wonderful. Right, my darlings, like I said, it's real quickie today. I will be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock, and we've got a full project. It's going to be a good sort of hour, I imagine. So I will see you at 7 tomorrow. I will do the challenge post and we'll pick the winner of the challenge post. In fact, I haven't written the names out yet. So any of you new ladies, if you go onto the main page and find last week's challenge post, you've got to show me a bag and you can go in the draw for a free little prize. I think that's it. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at 7, guys. You're going to set an alarm. All right, lovely. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.